Assassin's Creed Unity is a 2014 historical fiction action-adventure open-world stealth video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. It was released in November 2014 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The game is the 7th major installment in the Assassin's Creed series and the successor of 2013's Assassin's Creed IV, Black Flag, with ties to 2014's Assassin's Creed Rogue. Set within Paris during the French Revolution, the single-player story follows Arnaud Dorian in his efforts to expose the true powers behind the revolution. The game retains a series third-person open-world exploration, as well as introducing a revamped combat, parkour and stealth system. The game also introduces cooperative multiplayer to Assassin's Creed series, letting up to 4 players engage in narrative-driven missions and explore the open-world map. Assassin's Creed Unity received generally mixed reviews upon its release. Praise was aimed towards its visual upgrades, multiplayer-oriented format. Negative attention was drawn towards its weak storyline, unrefined gameplay, and numerous graphic issues, and other bugs upon release. Because of the high amount of initial bugs, Ubisoft issued an apology. Then, the target audience is actually an 18. This is because of the strong blood and violence. Having owned the game myself, as you can see, there is quite a lot of violence during this fight scene you've got going on here. That's because they've got a new blood system going on, and every time you attack an enemy, the blood will actually splatter on the nearest surface. So it's a lot more detailed. To be honest, I think the age limit is targeted between 17 and 26 because the storyline is interesting, engaging, and every twist to the plot keeps you begging for more. Therefore, this age bracket will understand the plot line will appeal to them because obviously they have a more intrigued mind. They'll understand the plot more than a younger audience. The game series has been around for a good couple of years and keeps getting more buys each new release. The generic conventions of Assassin's Creed Unity is formal because of the way the protagonist speaks and those who surround him in the map of France in the action-adventure story-driven game. The main character is also very wealthy, so would make sense because he's an upper class. However, still rebels towards people who deserve a fate of death. I've searched through students at college and I found a student who is 16, however 17 in the next 2 following months. He began to explain how he liked the campaign, however thought it was very slow paced, boring at parts. He also started to explain the lack of description during each dialogue sequence and said the information explained was in full depth, so it was hard to understand. I then asked him what he thought about the online multiplayer mode. He then went into negatives and began to explain how many small noticeable glitches and bugs there was during the multiplayer missions of free roaming. I went to further explain to the student what the case of Assassin's Creed Unity was and asked whether he personally thinks the game appealed to him. He then began to agree that the game case was very detailed, he worked very well on it, therefore it appealed to him. And I put him in a scenario saying if he saw it on the shelf, would he walk past it or would he have a second look? Now, he said that he would have a second look because the game intrigues him because of the 4 characters on the screen. I also asked another student who was 16, yet his birthday was in another 5 months. He said he played Assassin's Creed. He's never played Assassin's Creed before, yet the case stood out, looked interesting, and he already made his mind up about purchasing it just by looking at the case. As you can see, the map is very big, one of the biggest. It's the second largest map they've made. The biggest is the one on Assassin's Creed IV, which is Black Flag. And that's because you have boats and you can travel from others. But this is the runner-up. The graphics are amazing. This has been my review. Thank you for listening. And that's about it. I will see you.